Installing the vertical guide beams. The vertical guide beams are installed at each end of the pedestal. A line is then attached to the beams to help guide block laying. Block spacing is marked on the vertical guide beams. Once the spacing has been marked, the line is installed. Assembling the wall. The bottom block layer is laid with block mortar in order to achieve optimal verticality. The mortar should be dense enough to support the weight of the blocks. You may use plastic or wooden wedges during block laying. A polyurethane-based adhesive is applied to the end seams of the blocks. It is recommended to apply the adhesive on the inner surface of the block. The blocks are installed with the help of the line. An end block is installed in the corner. Small holes are made into the end block with an angle grinder to facilitate inserting the reinforcing steel. The diameter of the hole should ensure that the concrete sits around the steel. The diameter of the hole should ensure that the concrete sits around the steel. 8 mm steel reinforcements are installed between each layer of blocks in specific grooves. The block orientation is verified with a level in order to ensure verticality in an oblique direction as well. The subsequent layers of blocks are glued together with an adhesive. The adhesive should be applied in thin beads to the inner surface of the block in order to avoid spills. You can use small plastic wedges with a 0 to 5 mm angle to facilitate block laying. Before the block mortar is applied, 8 mm vertical steel reinforcements are installed on both sides with 30 cm spacing. The block is 60 cm long, making it easy to position the vertical steel reinforcements. The ends of the wall should be supported prior to the mortar application in order to avoid shifting. You may use screw clamps. Applying the block mortar. The wall is filled with block mortar. For larger walls, it is recommendable to order ready-mixed concrete and apply it with a mortar pump. Smaller walls can be filled with S100 dry mortar. The mortar is available in 1-ton bags, which makes around half a cubic meter of mortar. When applying mortar with a pump, it is recommendable to use a 2-inch cone in order to prevent the pump cycles from overloading the structure. Cover the wall surfaces with a transparent plastic sheet. If you are not using a plastic sheet, any mortar splashes must be immediately removed with water. The mortar can be self-compacting or pliable. Do not use vibration during application. The mortar is carefully packed, for example, with a steel rod or a wooden stick. The mortar is applied in 30 cm layers with a single application covering 1 meter or 5 layers of blocks. Any spills and leaks must be removed immediately after application. Installing the top block. The top block is installed with weatherproof mortar on top of the block wall. The top block should be tilted approximately 5 mm in order to avoid water accumulation. Adhesive or mortar is applied to the end seams of the top block in order to prevent water from entering the wall structure. Any extra mortar must be removed with a sponge immediately after the installation of the top block.